Welcome to Agents of Screen, the February edition of the Monthly Reel. We're going to break down February's month for you, the latest cinema releases, the latest movie news. But first, how we been? How was the last month for you guys?
Good month.
It was an okay month. In terms of movies?
I mean, if you listen to the previous episode, you all saw how excited we were for Glass. We went and saw that.
Yes, we did.
How do you think? How'd it go?
Well, to answer your initial question in that sense, it's been a mixed month. It's been both disappointment and something that I've been satisfied with.
Yeah.
The disappointment was Glass. For
Yeah.
me, I was expecting more, something that's taken so long to get to the culmination of this movie.
19 years.
19 years, 15 after. Yeah, 19 years. So, and I think they could have done a much better job in wrapping up the story, putting a bow on it.
Of course, I mean, we covered all that in
Yeah.
our Glass review, which you can find on our channel, YouTube channel. But we also saw Dragon Ball. I know what you mean. It has been a mixed month last month. We saw Dragon Ball, we saw Glass. I know you guys are really excited about Dragon Balls. Did that live up to the... I mean, again, full review on our channel, but just quickly...
Yeah, I thought it did. I thought it did.
It exceeded expectation.
And of course, the cinema screen that we were in, the audience experience added to...
Talk about that,
was amazing.
because obviously we didn't go through that in our review, but what was the cinema screening like? There was a lot of...
it was just
quite...
sound effects,
It was just,
cheering,
ad-libs non-stop.
gun noises,
People getting off their seats.
People getting off their
people
seats.
were excited.
Listen. It was oohs and ahs all the way through.
No, it was good.
Yeah, everyone seemed like they enjoyed themselves in the cinema, which is good, you know. It just created a nice little ambience for everyone.
It was cool. It was good. But yeah, no, I think I had a good month personally. Maybe not for movie wise. I think Dragon Ball was the big highlight, but for me, so it's not new. But I've been spending a lot of January watching Attack on Titan anime. Great anime. So that's what I'm doing in my month.
You're late on
very
that.
Good. I'm very late on it, but man, it's amazing.
Fair enough.
I mean, it seems that anime could be making a resurgence into the cinemas because
Fingers crossed
for Dragon Ball to be received so well, and
broke a lot of records.
This month
smashed it.
We will get into it a little bit later. We've got Alita coming out,
Angel.
which is obviously originally a manga.
That's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be a really
well done by the way, to make that distinction between anime and manga. It was originally a manga. Yes, well done.
Do you know who I am?
Huh?
Do you know who I am?
Who are you?
We do. That's why Miles said that.
No, but I was watching manga. I reckon before you lot were born.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, so.
Wait, no, what you were what? To manga? Watching manga? Or reading manga?
Alright, so latest movie news. There's only a couple of bits we want to go through before we get into February's main preview, telling you why exactly you should go to the cinema. But before we get into that, Ghostbusters coming back.
Very left field. I wasn't expecting that announcement at all.
No, especially we've had two previous Ghostbuster movies.
Yep.
We've waited so long for number 3. You notice how I said we've only had 2 Ghostbusters movies, and that's the narrative I'm sticking to. We've only had 2 Ghostbusters movies.
That is harsh.
To be fair, I haven't even watched.
We've only had 2 Ghostbusters movies.
I haven't watched that film, and I have no desire to watch it.
To watch what?
Number
2?
No.
The one that you're not mentioning.
Don't know what you're talking
The one that
There's
shall not
only
be
been
named.
2 Ghostbusters movies, and we're finally
What's the other one? Ghostbuster?
getting number 3.
Ghostbusters,
And
Ghostbusters 2, isn't it?
it continues after Ghostbusters 2. This is what I mean. It's set in that
Direct
universe.
sequel.
Obviously not direct, not direct as in it's the next week, because they are older. Unfortunately, Egon has
Rest in
passed
peace.
away. Yeah, rest in peace, definitely. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited with that news. I know it's only next year, but
Yeah, but it's something to look forward
I'm
to.
happy
Obviously,
that they've,
it's very early stages. The details are still quite closely kept, but we know like some of the originals, or most of the originals, are returning.
Yeah.
Obviously, he said my guy passed away. Obviously, you have Bill Murray returning.
Murray.
I'm a big fan of Bill Murray.
that
who's
would
not?
be good.
Who's not?
You know, I don't know. Some people like Adam might be too young for Bill Murray.
That's true.
No, to be fair, I hear what you're saying. I am quite young, but no, Bill Murray's a great guy, man. Do you know what I like Bill Murray as well? In Zombieland, when he's just taking the piss out of himself.
Another sequel coming
that's
out,
coming too.
Zombieland
Yeah,
2
that's coming
this
too.
year. I'm sure we'll cover that on the podcast closer to
Do you know?
the
Do you know
time.
with the Ghostbusters though? Quickly, like on the new one that's coming, I hope that it doesn't lose the charm from the 80s. You know, because obviously with technological advancements, everything like that, and CGI, how much is advanced? I hope they still keep it classic.
I kind of want them to be stuck in the 80s in 2020.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
so like,
that's what I want.
people are like, you guys are old. Who uses these? You know what I mean?
Proton
Like, you know,
packs.
like Ray will have his little device he has.
Well, that's
like,
what I'm hoping.
My phone's more powerful than that. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's what I want as well. I think that'd be quite funny.
You think that will translate well to camera? Because obviously the films, certain films, action films, all those type of films, sci-fi films that were in the 80s, I don't know how they would necessarily, that kind of cheese.
That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
they've got to hit that head on, so to speak, and make fun of themselves. So let people like these young kids these days say, look, my phone can do what your little
All that
your little
GPS
invention
and all
can
that,
do. Yeah, I think it'd be quite funny if they did that. So the Ghostbusters have kind of got to get with the times.
Yeah.
And then people make fun of them.
Yeah,
The ghosts
save
come
the day.
and they got to save the day with their old tech.
Yeah.
It's a tried and tested formula.
Yeah.
It works. You know, we know what we're getting with Ghostbusters.
What's that next year? Coming out next year? Right?
Yeah, next year.
Okay.
Next
Looking
year.
forward to that.
2020.
Also next year, I think it's next year, another sequel. Another sequel we've been waiting for how many years?
What's that?
Coming to America
Oh.
2.
With his
Announced.
son.
Is it his son?
I think so.
No, I don't
Am I wrong on that?
What's that?
Is it not with his son?
I don't think plot
No.
details
Is it
have been
not?
released.
Well, I read something where it may be something like that, to do with his son, but I'm not quite sure.
But
yet.
that's not official though. Is that
No,
guessing?
I'm not. Yeah, it's it's just rumors at
Yeah.
this point in time. But that being said, though, Coming to America, one of my favorite films
Of course
ever.
it is. Of course it is.
Whenever it's on TV, I laugh at the same jokes every single time. Love that movie.
But going back to what said about Ghostbusters, has Eddie still got it? Because his
Haven't
latest
seen him in a long
films,
time. What was his last film?
Shrek.
No,
you
he's
can't
kinda
really count
annoying.
that,
He's
but-
kinda annoying.
Coming back to a classic like Coming to America, I think Eddie's gonna be alright. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
We got a lot like that. We got Mission Impossible, Bad Boys 3 as well. Can Martin Lawrence and Will Smith still do that?
But theirs isn't as long as Coming to
No,
America
that's
or
true, but
Ghostbusters. They released one. How long?
Yeah,
It was in the 2000s, wasn't it? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Coming to America was
Michael Bay,
88.
1988. Yeah. You see, with those movies, I don't know if I want to see them, but I don't know if I want to see them at the same time. Like these movies were so iconic, had iconic soundtracks. Like in the Ghostbusters, you had Bobby Brown.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
They won't ruin it. They won't ruin it.
Can you put that in? Who's editing this podcast? Put the Bobby Brown in right now. Just play a bit.
Well, yeah. So it's a bit of a mixed feeling. Like we love these movies,
Yeah.
but we don't want them to get them wrong. You know.
No, of course.
But yeah.
I get that, but like you said, you've got to trust them. They're doing it for a reason. Don't get me wrong. There have been some that flop, like Dumb and Dumber. Oh, that was horrible to watch. Dumb and Dumber 2. Don't know if you lot have seen that. We got
I
that
can't
sequel
remember
after
it.
years. It was horrible, but let's
Yeah.
just hope. Let's just hope. The other big piece of movie news: the Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah.
Matt Reeves.
He's gone.
Affleck's
No,
gone.
no, no,
Affleck's
Ben.
out.
Ben, what's happened?
And Matt Reeves is going to put a new. Is it a new spin? I heard he's making. I don't know. Is it part of the DCEU? I'm assuming it is. But how is it going to fit into the DCEU if he's a younger Batman?
Is it confirmed that he's going to be younger?
It's like what you said. It's what you read in this rumor. I don't know if it's officially confirmed.
Is there going to be any tie with Joaquin Phoenix Joker?
Don't think so.
No, I think that's standalone.
That's completely separate. But in terms of the Matt Reeves one, and I read some quotes. He was speaking about the film and the direction he's going, and he said he's going on a more detective themed Batman the detective theme story,
Right.
making it
That'd be kind of dope.
completely centered around Batman and also showing the journey he's on, just to make sure it's like a very strong character arc to show how he's progressed, to see how he's
So it's just a prequel then?
Why he is the Batman he
So
is
it's a
now.
prequel.
So I assume it's a prequel, but I'm not absolutely certain.
We're just gonna have to wait and see.
But then at the same time, it's coming out in 2021. That's a long time.
Exactly.
It's a long time.
That's a long
You've
time.
got the whole of 2020. He's got DCEU movies will be coming out before then, and then what? You're going to bring out a prequel? I don't know.
What's coming out before that? No, Wonder Woman's coming out.
Shazam.
Yeah, but even that, I don't know how that fits.
Black
in.
Adam is rumored to be 2020.
But the thing with that, you see, like how obviously we know The Rock to be. He can be a very comical character.
Yeah.
Black Adam in the comics is not that. He could easily do that. We've seen him put on that character before.
Yeah.
But the theme of the Shazam movie is very comical. I hope they don't make that villain in that way, because I think it would ruin it.
I understand what you're saying, but again, if we bring it to Marvel, the Guardians of the Galaxy were very comedic. And I know Marvel has its comedy moments, but you did kind of wonder how the Guardians would translate into it. And it worked. So it can be done. But do you trust DC to execute it?
Well,
Because I don't.
Well,
Only time will
I don't
tell.
know. They've done well with Aquaman, so maybe times are changing.
You've got more faith than me. Okay, so should we go into February's cinema preview?
Yeah, let's do
Why
that.
should people go to the cinema in February? We've got to tell them. On the 1st of February, which is hopefully today when this podcast comes out, if not, it's this week, we've got 2 movies coming out. The first one is Escape Room, and I'm not going to go into that because we covered that last
Yeah,
month.
the
Unfortunately,
release date
last
was
month we
pushed
gave it to you as a January preview,
Yeah.
but the release date in the UK got pushed back. Not our fault. So if you do want to know what Escape Room is all about, we did cover that last month. That is released on the 1st of February. One of us agents has actually seen the movie.
Yeah.
They were
Private
lucky enough
screening.
to go to the Sony premiere. Said
I was
it was
jealous.
a good film. I'm not
For
gonna lie, I was
numerous
quite
reasons,
jealous.
which I won't get into.
Yeah, let's not get into that. What for the pizza?
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
that's a big
Okay.
part.
Yeah.
Of
I was
course.
upset when I heard that.
And the free refreshments. Who doesn't like free refreshments?
Well, it's the life we're used to in the old agents of screening.
Show business, huh?
Showbiz,
What
eh?
we do.
But highly recommended by one of our agents. So
I'm looking forward to
if
that.
you do want to go and see Escape Room, or you're not sure what it's about, check out last month's podcast. But it's released on the 1st of February. The second movie, also released on the 1st of February, is How to Train Your Dragon: Hidden World.
Yeah.
I am going to pass this over to you guys.
I'm gonna have to pass this over to Adam
Wow.
because I have never watched not a single millisecond of How to Train Any Dragons.
Neither
Two
have
or
I. I
one.
personally didn't think dragons could be trained, and this is training us on how to train them. I've got no interest in learning how to train a dragon
No.
personally.
Even though you're a Game of Thrones fan, no.
Different
good
kind of
point.
dragon.
Good
Different
point.
kind of dragon. And there's no Daenerys, unfortunately.
Is there ice dragons?
Actually, it's there. I've seen this film like
Spoilers.
once a long time ago. I don't remember it too tough, to be honest with you.
So you're
I've got to be honest with you. Like,
so for now you're the training dragon expert.
wow, expert.
But
So-
is
By
it
the
is this the second or third?
Third.
The third movie.
Yes.
So clearly they're popular to be able to make
Popular with
number
kids.
3.
True.
More of a kids movie, as you say. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this might want to take your kids. It's a popular franchise, it seems.
It is.
I think with How to Train Your Dragon, you're gonna get what you expect from this type of movie. You know, this type of animation. It's gonna be colourful. It's gonna be quite comedic. Some funny moments, and it's quite silly as well. And they're always a feel-good movie.
Of course.
They're always. But definitely, if you're planning to go to cinema and you've got some kids, it's definitely one that you should go and check out with them.
Alright, well, for those that do want to see it and that have seen the previous ones, what's it about?
Oh, it's
The
about
hidden
if I can remember.
world.
If I can remember
You don't need to remember,
from
you can just
back
read
in the
it.
day. Wow. Go ahead, Miles. You've got it up and ready.
Okay, if you want to know, it's obviously a sequel. It's based 1 year after the events of the second film.
Okay.
And the guy's name Hiccup, he continues to rescue dragons. Yeah, it's just the whole story.
Dragon's
So,
called
How
Toothless
to
or
Train
something.
Your Dragon, this guy rescues dragons, and in number
Basically,
3,
if I could put it in
continues to rescue dragons.
the most basic terms of what this whole franchise is about. It's a young boy meets a young dragon, and it's movies based on their relationship growing up together through the second and third movie, and they face different adversities. That's as basic as I could put it.
Anticipation levels for How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World.
Like I say, if you got kids, I think it's something to look forward to. If not, you don't have to go.
Yeah,
and see
I'm not
it.
running
You
to
can't
the
wait.
I'm not
I'm
running
in
to
no
the
rush.
cinema to see it. As you said, they're very successful. The first two films grossed over 500 million each, so they're very successful. This third one, I think at some point I am going to watch. I want to watch it, but it's not.
I
It's
think
not
they're on
my list.
Netflix. I think obviously I've got young children, and
Yeah,
on Netflix, I'm pretty sure I passed it by once when I was looking for something for them to
yeah.
watch.
DreamWorks.
So yeah, could put it
DreamWorks.
on for them. You know,
Very
DreamWorks, as you say, DreamWorks makes the dream work. Is that what we say?
Is that what I think? That's what you say. Actually,
Yeah, exactly.
you might have to put that on a T-shirt. DreamWorks make the dream work with a little
Well,
logo.
Well, they
Don't get sued though.
No, they do well. They do well. So, all right. Well,
What
we'll
else is
move
coming?
on from How to Train Your Dragon to another children's movie,
Okay.
which is Lego Movie 2. Now, I say children's movie. I have actually seen Lego Movie 1, and it is hilarious.
They're funny films.
It is funny, and also
Batman.
the Batman Lego Movie,
That's
another
funny as
funny
well.
movie.
Funny as well.
So, Lego Movie 2 is out on the 8th of February. It's obviously a direct sequel to Lego Movie 1. It does still have Batman in it. But, yeah,
Does that
What
make
do
you
you guys
feel
think?
good that Batman's in it again?
no, because I was hoping he wouldn't be, but it is what it is. No, but that Batman movie, Lego Batman is
Yeah.
quite funny. He's
Yeah,
better
he's
than
a
Ben
cop.
Affleck.
Is he?
Wow.
No, he's funny. But, yeah,
The Lego movies are actually really good.
they are good movies.
They're
But what's
good
this
movies. They've
second?
got a lot of good humour. The games as well. So I look forward to this film, to be fair.
What's it about? Because where we left off with Lego Movie 1, it got a bit weird, didn't it? Because they saved the world, but then they showed it from the outside world with was it Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Will Ferrell, and then it got a bit weird because you saw him playing with the playset. They're living in that. It got a bit weird, but the point is,
I
they
think
saved
might,
the day.
I think they might that in terms of that end bit, they might just like put that to one side and just like continue in the Lego world.
Possibly, yeah, possibly. But this time, from the trailer, I saw there's some sort of aliens that have come
Yeah, it's out
down
in
and
space.
invaded
And they just destroy everything.
and destroyed.
And they can't rebuild quick enough.
And I think Batman gets captured, Superman gets captured, a few of the characters do.
But just reading the plot here in terms of what you said about like the real life, this says that the film is based 5 years after the events of the first film.
yeah.
Finn's sister Bianca has grown up and has started taking some of Finn's Lego and other toys to play with her in her own room.
Right.
And then
So it is
So
going to
it's-
cut
so it's
take
like
elements
anarchy.
of the outside world then, yeah.
and then it goes into the Lego universe. Yeah, I think that might just be like for continuity's sake, just to show that they haven't ignored the end.
Yeah.
And just
And
carry on.
obviously, like I said, with the whole alien invasion, you're obviously it's probably going to be toys that have been put back
yeah.
from, that's not necessarily Lego toys. I don't know. Either way, the Lego movies have done well.
Yeah.
They've done well for adults and children alike. So I think this movie's going to be,
Yeah, it's going to be good.
it's going to be good.
It's going to be a funny film.
Yeah, almost 500 million grossed.
So
Based on a 60
not
million
bad, is
budget.
Lego's always been popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lego's popular with all ages. And like I say, the movies do cater to both adults and kids. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that one. That is released on the 8th of February, Lego Movie 2. We're going to check it out, anticipation levels. What do we think?
Not running to see this. This is probably, for me personally, probably a little bit more than How to Train Your Dragon, because I've seen the Lego movie
A little
and
bit
it's
more?
very, very funny.
That's
You
harsh.
said.
I think it's going to be a lot better. than How to
Please
Train
don't
Your Dragon.
impose yourself
No,
on
no,
my
that's
views.
harsh, man.
Don't
I need to
impose
help you
yourself
out.
on
I
my
need to help
views.
you out. Sometimes I feel like you're being harsh there.
If it's a
Can't disrespect Lego like this.
Meerkat Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever it is, buy one get one free. Don't take me in it.
Listen,
No
man,
date though. I know
I
it's
was
Valentine's
gonna ask
Day.
if it was a date.
We spoke about this
Valentine's
before.
Day.
We spoke about this
No,
before.
we haven't.
Yeah, I'm not available for those kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
But
else?
if you are going to go on a date this month, if you are going to watch one movie this month, there's only one really, isn't
Okay.
there? The main movie of February, let's just get into it, Alita. Battle Angel.
Can I just
Now-
say, I'm not taking anyone on a date to see this film because I'm focusing on it fully.
And
No interruptions.
highly recommend
I wouldn't
that
mind that
series.
actually if I was on a date, just for comfort, like if there was just a hand on my inner thigh, just for comfort's sake.
Why do you look at me when you say these
What?
things, man?
Just for comfort's sake,
Let me
man.
just-
Just for comfort. Just so I can focus even
Right,
more on
back
the
to
film.
Alita. We
Thank you, Greg.
actually, all of us here, we actually got to see
what
a
it is.
sneak peek of Alita way back in, what was it, November or December?
Yeah.
We actually went to
Before
a
Christmas.
question and answer with
That's the square with Robert
Rodriguez, the man, the director
David
himself,
Yeah.
and the producer, yeah, David Landau, is that his name?
John
Landau.
Landau.
Oh,
John
sorry,
Landau.
sorry, John. And we saw scenes from the movie. As I say, we got an
IMAX.
IMAX
The
screen.
biggest screen I've ever seen in my life.
We spoke
You can't
to.
see it anywhere else now.
No,
It
it's
has to
IMAX
be
film.
IMAX.
They
Has to
say
be.
that the IMAX movie for this is going to show 25% more as well.
Wow.
So if you were going to see this movie, Robert Rodriguez and John
Come on,
Landau
man.
themselves
Come on, man.
recommended you see this in IMAX screens, and I'm going to listen to them because
Yeah.
why would you not? Also, if you want to see our sneak peek of Alita.
I know it's Valentine's
That's
Day.
what I'm
I
thinking.
don't want to see
No.
no seek pricks.
No,
No,
no
no,
one
no.
wants to see that. If you
But
two
yeah.
want to get together on like a, that's
Take
up
it
to
easy,
you.
man.
Our sneak peek of
Okay.
Alita, where we spoke to the director and the producer.
Yes.
We actually have a video of that up on YouTube.
Mm.
You just have to go on youtube.com/Agents
Agents
of Screen
Yep.
and look for the Alita video, and that does give you. In fact, we did do the preview there. We'll do a preview here as well, but we did give a preview of that movie, what we saw on the day, and it just looks amazing.
It
I'll
looks
be honest
insane.
with you, before we got invited, because obviously we're agents and that, because before we got invited to that special sneak preview, I was hesitant. But after seeing the preview, it is a must watch, and I can't recommend people. People might be in that same boat. Why do I want to see Alita? I'm not too sure. You got to see it.
Mm.
Am I right?
Why were you hesitant? Because it was based on a manga, or just because?
I haven't seen the manga. I haven't read the manga.
Hey.
But I don't know. I just looked at the trailer and I thought, I might catch it. I might not. It wasn't something that jumped out at me. But after seeing the scenes, the CGI in it, it's just the animation. Everything is. It's amazing.
Yeah,
It just
I
looks.
can't wait.
The story is amazing.
Yeah.
Just go. What is the story about? Anyway,
Yeah.
what is it about?
But it's obviously based on the manga,
Yep.
Alita Battle Angel, same name. But it's basically about it's in a post-apocalyptic world,
Mm-hmm.
and this doctor finds like a disembodied
Cyborg.
cyborg. Is that what it's called?
Cyborg,
Like
yeah.
Android?
It's a cyborg.
I thought you said cyborg.
Oh,
But yeah,
I
it's,
thought you said cyborg. I
Cyborg.
thought it's a new type of cyborg, but okay.
so it's a cyborg with no memory. This doctor finds her and gives her new body and reawakes her, or breathes new life into
Yeah.
her. She has no memory, so he's basically teaching her the world, and she's discovering the world on her own as well. So it's basically covering her journey from this rebirth.
Yeah.
So this whole dynamic between her and the doctor, dynamic between her and interacting with new things all that she's seeing. So yeah, it seems.
Also, she's trying to find out. So like Miles said, she's got no memory. She's trying to find out where she's
come
from, what
yeah.
her background is, how she came to be there, which is going to be a big part of the movie.
And for those of that have read the manga, Robert Rodriguez himself, who did he tell? Was it one of you guys? You had a chat with him.
A little
He said that he stayed true to the
the
manga
Mm.
as much as possible, which is always a good thing.
I am
always a good thing.
I am anticipating this movie, but I don't want to bring a little bit of a downer. My anticipation. Listen,
Don't-
no.
why?
Oh no.
You can't kill my vibe on this film anyway. So
A little bit of a downer. What I will say is I'm a little bit hesitant for two reasons. One, because I know it's a James Cameron film, not because it's him, but I know it can be very long. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the first thing. The second thing is I've seen some early reviews for it,
Okay.
and it's not the best.
Haters gonna hate.
It's not the best, but I'm still gonna see it regardless.
Of course.
I'm still
In IMAX.
That surprises me now, because what we saw in the sneak peek,
Yeah.
we saw what 20 minutes of footage.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Yeah, look,
It was ripping.
It was.
Even from
It
just
was
like a
broken.
visual standpoint, it looks
Yeah.
like something that looks like a must-watch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you say, James Cameron was behind it originally. This movie has been pushed back for years until Robert Rodriguez asked James Cameron, didn't he, if he could take it on, because James Cameron is obviously very busy with Avatar.
Yeah.
But
That's a very strong cast as well.
yeah, but you know, he was very passionate about this movie, and you can see why he wanted to get it made. The technology is around, so it's just something I believe you should give it a chance.
Yeah.
Anticipation levels then
High, very high,
High,
for me.
Very high.
Very high.
Very cautiously high.
cautiously.
No way.
So you're cautiously optimistic about
Yeah.
this movie, even though you've seen half an hour of it already.
Yeah. Hopefully, you know, we haven't had like an outstanding film yet.
Yeah, but
This year-
normally start of the year you don't.
I know.
Well, don't you say
But
that?
I'm looking-
Dragon
but
I mean,
Ball was
and
outstanding.
Glass was supposed to be the
That was meant to be a big film,
the
innit?
starter to start the year right was Glass. Again, I understand what you're saying, Miles. I get it. I'm the same. In our review, I said what I said, and you can check that out. Obviously,
Yep.
it wasn't as great as we all expected, but it was still a good movie. Glass was still a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping for more iconic things. Like now, I wouldn't be able to necessarily tell you anything, any bits of dialogue that I remember that were, you know, just for James McAvoy, really.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
let's not go into
Let's
it.
not go into it. Yeah, this isn't about Glass. I think we're all just still slightly not disappointed. I don't know. Anyway, you can check out the Glass review. Underwhelmed is a perfect word for it. That's it really for February. There are other movies coming out, smaller scale movies. I know there's one that you're looking forward to, Miles.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's called If Beale Street Could Talk.
If Beale Street Could Talk.
But the thing about this movie
Didn't
is...
it come out a while ago in America?
Yeah, in America, I hate when they do this, like when films get released months before. Even Green Book is another one that was released last year. That's why it's up for so many Oscar nominations. But then it's up for nominations, but it hasn't even been released in the UK. As yet, Beale Street is another one that's been up for nominations as well. But I'll just give you a quick synopsis.
When's it out first?
The 8th of February.
Why
8th
do
of
they do
February
that?
as well.
Why do America get release dates?
I don't know.
So
I think it's to do with the company. It's to do
I
with...
mean, I could get a month or so, but
Yeah.
like, come on, this is drastic. I
Um,
just don't get it. Well,
it happens
that never
sometimes,
happens a
but
lot.
you know, it happens back and forth. Like, for example, Avengers Endgame, we're getting that a few days early. So, you know, swings and
Yeah, that's
roundabouts.
true.
That's a few days.
I know.
We're getting ours, what is it, April 25th. I think theirs is May 2nd, 3rd or something. So it is at least a week before
I
we're
would
getting.
hate that.
Yeah.
If I was an American, I would hate that because
Would you catch a flight?
I'm going on American Twitter and I'm gonna... No, I
We'll spoil
I won't do it.
so yeah, if Beale Street could talk, this is something that is
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
back to...
fit with the whole Valentine's theme. It's not like a romance, but it's like a romantic drama thriller.
Okay, what's it about then?
It is about what is it about? It is about it's a story of a young African American woman whose partner is wrongly accused of rape, and she
Okay.
has to clear his name, and they have a baby on the way. So it's all about timing. They're trying to so she's basically trying to clear his name.
Is it a true story or is it just...
No, it's not. It's
It's
not.
not a true
It's not a true story, but it's based on a novel
Okay.
by a guy called James Baldwin of the same name, and it's got a very strong cast. It's the same director as that directed Moonlight.
Okay.
A few of the actors from this film are up for Oscar nominations, like Regina King. She's up for best supporting actress. So it sounds like a very strong film. I'm looking
No,
forward
it
to
does
seeing.
look. It does. Is it? Hopefully, it gets like a proper nationwide release, because I know some films they try and do it on limited release and stuff. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Something that you've sold me on now.
Yeah.
And what is it? That's on February the 8th.
The 8th of February. The 8th of February. One thing I have to clear up is that the lady Regina King, she actually won the Oscar for this movie. So that goes to tell you how long ago
Wait,
it was released.
Last year's Oscar.
Yeah.
That's insane. We're only getting it
And
now.
we're only
This is
getting
what
it
I'm
now.
talking about. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
No, that's
She actually, I have to clear that up again. She won Best Supporting Actress at the Golden Globes, and she's up for the Best Supporting Actress.
Oh, so she
at
got the
Oscar.
recent Golden Globe. Okay, right.
I was gonna
okay.
say.
So she got, okay, I was gonna say that's exactly.
But you know, there's a
Probably
cut-off
watched that
point.
on,
There's a
Netflix.
cut-off point for the
Yeah, of
for the
course,
Oscars, of course. Yeah.
This movie was released last year
Last
in
year
America,
in
so I'm
America.
sure that you lot that download.
But
movies
if say for
might have seen
example
it.
this is like one of my top 5 favorite films of the year, can I put that in there, even though it came out in 2018 in America, but it's 2000.
Yeah, we're going by UK.
Yeah, we're UK.
We're-
Well, you gotta
we're
go by
in-
what we
sorry,
get.
can only
Work
go
with what
by
you got.
what comes
Just
with
wanted to
UK.
clear that up.
Yeah, we don't do things. You
Obviously,
know,
we have a long time until the end of 2019,
That's
but
right.
yeah, just wanted to clear that
and
up.
we're legitimate. We only see movies when they are officially released.
Okay. No bootleg,
No,
No bootleg.
no showbox,
No
no
showbox.
popcorn.
What's
time.
Showbox?
I don't know, where's that?
And then
I
got
heard it in
Clue.
the news,
I
on the
don't
news
know.
CNN, I think.
I don't know. Maybe
CNN
maybe
will talk about
maybe
it.
the
Some
listeners
criminal
can let us know what
activity.
Showbox is. I haven't got a
I
clue.
don't know what that is.
I've heard it's good though.
Never heard of it. Well, you just said you never heard of it.
I
You said
haven't.
you
I
heard
heard
it.
it's good, but I haven't heard of it.
Fair enough. Well, that's it, as I say, for February's movie releases. As I say, there are other movies that you may interest you, but these are the major ones. We can't cover everything, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're here
yeah.
forever. So I think there's that Mark Wahlberg film coming out.
Oh, that family
It
show.
Oh,
looks
the
same
family
as every
adopt
other
the
Mark Wahlberg
adopt the
film.
children.
Looks trash.
Looks like
Yeah, it looks
Daddy's
trash.
Home
Yeah.
4.
I think my girl wants to see it. I'm gonna have to take her on a date.
I'm going to take her to If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah, maybe.
What are you looking forward to most in February?
Oh,
That's
Alita.
not-
Alita.
Well, two things really. For myself, Alita, I've got kids and I'm looking forward to taking them to Lego Movie 2. They're looking forward to it. They want to go and see it. So I'm looking forward to going to see that with them. But for me, I've got to be Alita, especially going to the sneak peek preview last year.
Sneak peek.
It's just have to finish it off now. You know what I mean? We've seen the sneak peek. So now, finish the job.
Okay. Yeah. I think I think If Beale Street Could Talk is probably the film I'm looking forward to most in February. I think we don't really watch films like this regularly, so I think I'm looking forward just a different change of pace. I'm looking forward to this.
No, I've got to agree with you, Greg. Alita all day.
Yeah,
In
hopefully.
an IMAX theatre as well. I think you know you're talking about having some negative reviews early on. If anything for the visuals, it'll be worth the watch. I can't wait to see it on the big screen. I think it's going to be amazing.
Definitely. Okay, so just run through that again. How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World out on the 1st. Escape Room out on the 1st. Lego Movie 2 out on the 8th. Alita out on the 8th. And Beale Street is also out on the 8th.
Yes.
So it's a very
Again, it all
busy
early on.
early February. So you can space it out.
You can
That's
space
right.
it
Then
out.
you can
Space it
then
out.
enjoy Valentine's with your partners and whatever, and just chill out.
Do you do much on Valentine's? Is Valentine's a thing?
Normally, oh why am I saying this? I don't know why I'm saying this in front of you, Greg. Normally, I like to watch Champions League football because normally that's around Valentine's, but I might give it a miss this year. And
Why are you giving it a miss?
I think I'll just dedicate my time to my girlfriend. You know, she deserves it.
Okay,
Well, that's very
but
sweet.
what
Thank
about your football team? Don't they deserve you to watch them in Champions League?
They do. Yes.
Who do you support again?
Arsenal, mate.
Oh.
Anyway, we
It's a bit
digress.
awkward
We
because
digress.
you're not in the
You
Champions
walked
League.
into that one.
I know.
I saw that
I
coming a
know.
while
As soon as I open my dumb mouth. Anyway.
Before we move on, just quickly, is there any Europa League in around in Valentine's? That's something that might interest.
It does interest me.
The
yes.
monthly
It
reel.
does.
A monthly reel. Back to the monthly reel.
Thanks, Miles.
That's it for the cinema. We're gonna do a quick Netflix show of the month
What we've got
because
coming
there's
Netflix,
so
yeah.
much on Netflix. I'm not
It's
going
constant.
through it.
Netflix
It's
is constant.
Netflix is constantly releasing
It's
content.
constant all the
Constant.
time. New stuff, old stuff.
But for new, let's give them something old and something new. What have you watched on Netflix that I can put on right now that you can recommend to me?
But that's come out recently in
No,
February. or
any
just in
time,
general?
any in general. Don't
but-
give me something like Ozark or because we know how good that is. I'm talking about something that you watched on Netflix and you're like, you know what, this was all right. I can give you one straight away, and
Go
this
on,
go
might
on,
be popular as well. But there's a series called The Sinner, which I only watched recently, starring Jessica Biel. I think it's been out a while. There's 2 seasons. I've only watched season 1. Amazing! I watched it by accident. It is an
How do you
amazing,
sell it to me.
amazing
What do you mean by
Sell it to
season.
me. Sell it to me, please.
It's called The Sinner.
Yes.
Netflix. It is about. How can I say it? It's one of the. I can't sell it to you without spoiling it.
Okay.
Because it is basically the premise of it is it opens up with a woman randomly murders a random person,
Mhm.
and you got 8 episodes as to figure out why she did it. There's backstory, there's flashbacks, there's flash forwards, there's twists, there's turns. It is amazing. I'm telling you.
Does she get away with it?
Oh, I'm not going to say, but The Sinner.
Why do you even ask?
Starring Jessica Biel. That's something old. You might have seen it already. But something new coming out on Netflix. Show of the month. What is it?
I would say probably Umbrella Academy is coming out on Netflix. It's coming out, I think the premiere is on the 15th of February, just after Valentine's Day. So once you get your girlfriend and other burdens out of the way, then you can get back to what really matters, which is watching
Say
TV.
other burdens.
Did I say that?
I think so.
I think you might have
Wow,
something else.
girlfriends
did.
and other burdens.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Boy.
And wives as well.
Umbrella Academy, okay, so that's what released on the 15th. That's a new show on
New
Netflix.
show.
What's it about?
It's based on a manga series, a 6-part graphic novel, and it's based on a group of superpowered individuals,
Okay.
and their father dies, and that forces they're separated, and the death of their father forced them to reunite, and then once they come back together, they face they have to band together. They're forced to band together to solve the mystery of their father's death
Right.
and overcome all these obstacles.
And it's a series.
It's a series on Netflix.
Do you know how many parts?
I'm not sure how many episodes it is. I'm not sure how many episodes it is. But one actor who was in Skins, who played Nathan in Misfits. Remember Misfits?
I do remember Misfits.
Oh, Nathan.
I do remember
Nathan,
Misfits.
and
Misfits was a good show.
he was in Mortal Engines as well.
Yes.
Peter Jackson film. So yeah, I like him as an actor.
Yeah, that's good. He's doing bits then.
So Umbrella Academy. Something else that was on Netflix as well is the Punisher series that just came out.
That's just really
That's in January. But yeah, that's something I recommend as well.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Let's
Let's be honest. I haven't watched it.
No, but some
But
of
of
the
the
agents have.
strengths-
Some of the agents have.
Of the
already,
strength
and, yeah.
Of the first season, it's
No, they
gonna be
did.
a watch.
Punisher has been
You know,
recommended.
I heard the second season isn't as good, you know.
Really?
That's the first, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I heard them. They might just can it after this.
Can they?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, they have been, dropping those Marvel TV shows like flies, really, haven't
Yeah,
they?
all over the place.
Daredevil's gone.
But
Luke
that's
Cage
for
is gone.
other reasons, I think. Because
Oh,
they're having
it's
a new
got to be,
streaming
of
service
course,
and-
of course.
Just
I don't think it's
going back to the Umbrella Academy because I've seen the trailer of this. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of reminded me a little bit, same kind of feel as the Watchmen movie.
Okay.
Not quite
But
X-Men,
the
but maybe a
Watchmen-
little bit more gritty.
The Watchmen are more. What do you mean? Because the Watchmen are more like old superheroes. These guys look young.
Yeah, no. So not in terms of them as such, but more of the feel of the film. It's a bit more gritty and
Right, okay, so a bit more dark.
maybe grimy. Yeah, maybe slightly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've seen the trailer too. I see what you're saying. Like I said, I've got a little bit of X-Men vibe in it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Looking
I'll
forward
give it.
to
I'll give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot because
it's decent.
it's our Netflix show of the month, so we've got to. Let's wrap this up. Couple of console releases. I mean,
Yeah, there's a couple of good games coming out this month.
the main one for me would be Far Cry New Dawn.
Really?
Yeah, I finished Far Cry 5. If anyone... You
I
need
know
to
you're
play Far
upset,
Cry
right?
5 first. I got extremely upset at the ending of Far Cry 5, and this is set after the ending of Far Cry 5. I think they had to make this game because a lot of people were upset at the ending of Far Cry 5. I'm not going to go into spoilers because if you haven't played either, but if you have played it, New Dawn out on the 15th, set after the events of Far Cry 5. I don't know if it's like a mini game or a full game or what, but yeah, definitely purchasing for me.
What, first day?
No, I've still
On
got a
PSN?
couple of games to
Okay.
get through.
Day one or 1 day?
One day,
One day. Okay.
soon.
Alright, fair enough. You know,
you said-
there's another game you should check out as well that's also coming out in February.
Go on.
I think you need to check out, but I think you really like it. It's called Anthem. So it's out on
Sounds trash.
you know, it does sound trash for the title, but it's actually not. So basically, this film, the reason why I recommend it to you, Greg, is because you play a character who uses a mechanical suit to fly around, very much like Iron Man.
Okay.
Visually, it looks amazing. It's stunning. You're sort of playing in a new world which is being built, and yeah, what like all games is a twist and turns. You run into burdens, as Miles likes to say. Possibly, it could be there. And you just got to try and figure out what's going on, why they're trying to stop this world from being built.
Okay, Anthem, yeah?
Anthem, check it out.
When's it
coming out?
22nd, I believe,
Okay,
22nd of February. So yeah, you can get all those films out of the way,
and then
get Valentine's out of the way, and once you've ignored Champions League, you can get straight onto Anthem.
And Europa League. Once you can get your beta, pre-order that for you as well as a Valentine's gift.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
See that my advice is here for free. If you want more advice, just put that in the
Well,
comments.
if we're getting games pre-ordered for Valentine's, and there's a game coming out on the 15th called Jump Force.
Okay.
That's another big game
Sounds
that's coming.
Obviously, you're not an anime guy,
anime
but
fan.
Jump Force is basically Smash Bros, but with anime characters.
Yeah.
On it.
Any famous anime characters?
Yeah.
Like, is it
All
like
of
Smash?
them. All of
That's
them.
what I'm trying to say.
Like
Is
all
it
of them.
Goku, Naruto,
right? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Kuroko.
Is it like Smash
Luffy,
Bros in a sense
Luffy,
they're
yeah.
all different coming together, or is it
Yeah.
that did it have its own thing? That's what I'm trying
No,
to
it's
get
all
at. But
different.
you're saying
They're all different coming
ones.
together.
All
the
different
most
animes coming
popular
together.
ones.
Is L in it?
He might be as a supporting character, maybe.
So, yeah,
Like
Yagami's in
like
it.
Yagami's
Yagami's in it.
Light's
Yeah,
there.
Light's there.
I'd love
with,
to kill
with
Light.
what, really?
Yeah, I'm Team L.
I'm
Wow,
Team
okay.
L as well.
Wow.
Definitely.
I was upset when Yagami died.
Oh wow.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I
Wow.
was upset when
He was out of his
Spoiler
depth.
alert.
No, please, man, you still have seen Death Note. I was upset when L died as well, and I was
Oh, wow.
I was even
Wow.
more upset when N came on the scene and he's some little
Oh,
punk that
yeah.
put the end to Yagami. I didn't like that.
I know some
But yeah,
people stopped watching after
I nearly did.
after L died.
It took me a while to get through.
their
the last-
relationship
when
was-
L
was
died,
sick.
I didn't think I wanted to watch it. Anyway, we
But yeah, Jump Force, you know, it's all
Jump
sort of
Force
anime
is
characters.
about anime characters all coming. That sounds good.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are excited for this game. I just hope, you know, when you piece together some of the anime characters, so like the characters from Dragon Ball up against the characters from Naruto, you know, obviously the power scales are completely different. How they're actually going to compare when they're fighting, it's going to be quite interesting.
So how excited are you looking forward to this? Like, you're gonna buy it? You're gonna?
Yeah, I think I'll give it a go. I'm
Would
gonna
you?
buy it.
I played the demo.
Yeah, what do you think?
That's how I will play.
Oh, you will play.
Is
That's
it
what
like
they did.
tournament worthy? I mean, you want to hold a tournament?
Do you know what? I like what you're saying here. I like
Yeah.
that. I think, yeah.
Are you trying to say I'm onto something?
I think you're onto something. Who can we speak to about that?
Stay tuned.
Watch the space,
Stay
watch the
tuned for
space,
that.
okay, watch the
right.
space.
Okay, well, that's all from us from the February edition of the Monthly Reel. A little bit later than we wanted, but you know,
Well,
technical
it's
difficulties
coming
and
out
all
on the
that.
first. Is it not the first today?
It's the first today.
Is it the first today when it's
It comes
released?
out
If it's
today.
released today first?
If it released today. But that's all. Hopefully we've helped you out. Hopefully we've inspired you to go to the cinema or even pick up a console.
And if there's anything that we missed in February that you're looking forward to, just make sure and tell us. Let us know. We need help to help us to help you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And if there's anything else you want us to preview in March, well, we got it covered. But
We've
if there's
got it
anything in
covered.
particular you want us to preview, I'm sure we'll already do it. But please also put that in the comments. We're happy to preview anything you want.
Also, if you want us to shout you out, just put that in the comments below. Hashtag shout out. Tell us where you're from, what your name is. If you don't want to give your real name, you can give your alias. If your name's Batman, we shout out Batman. Whatever country you're from.
I mean,
maybe
if you're
some-
you're saying comments below. I'm hoping you're listening to this as well on
okay. I
iTunes,
forget.
on SoundCloud. If you are listening to this and not watching it, please also leave a comment.
Yeah.
However you do
And
that.
go and watch it. Go and watch it as well.
What?
Yeah, listen.
Yeah,
But,
this is, if you're listening to this, this is on YouTube. If you're on YouTube watching this, this is also in sound format for your ears, for your train journey. However you want to listen to this,
Consume the content,
consume the content. And this is why he's here.
yeah,
That's
I
a great
understand.
word.
Is that the only reason?
Debatable. We have to
Anyway.
discuss that.
But yeah, please also leave us a review on iTunes, SoundCloud, give us a comment. We really appreciate that. You know, that's what we're doing it. We're doing it for you guys. We really appreciate that. Anything else you guys want to say?
No.
Just looking forward to February.
Looking forward to it.
We are going to be we might be releasing a couple more podcasts. So it'd be if you could subscribe. We're not just doing the monthly reel. We are planning to do other one-off podcasts. So please like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, so you can be the first to hear it or watch it, however the content comes. Anything else, guys?
No,
That's all.
Sign
Thank
up.
you for listening, as always.
Twitter.com/@agentsofscreen.
Instagram, all of that.
Instagram @agentsofscreen, all of that. Anyway, you know by now.
Cool.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a good month.